Hello everyone, Sangeeta here. Let's have revision on phenylalanine and tyrosine metabolism. So the questions for discussion, or so far the question asked from this session, especially from the phenylalanine and tyrosine from KUHS are: discuss in detail the metabolism of phenylalanine, name for biologically important compounds synthesized from phenylalanine, state two metabolic disorders associated and indicate the defective enzyme. This was asked as an essay previously, which carries 5 plus 2 plus 3, 10 mark. Then other questions are phenylketonuria for 3 marks, name the biochemical test for phenylketonuria for 1 mark, albinism for 2 mark, and alkaptonuria for 2 mark. So we know that these three, phenylketonuria, albinism and alkaptonuria, are the major inborn error of metabolism associated with the phenylalanine and tyrosine. And I just want to tell you that even the same topic can be asked as a clinical case question. Example, a child aged 4 months was brought to the pediatric OPD by her mother, who had noticed diapers of the child were turning black on exposure to the air. In the sub-question, this is a case and the sub-questions are: name the aromatic amino acids for 1 mark, discuss the metabolism of the amino acid involved, 7 mark, give the probable diagnosis, write the clinical manifestations and laboratory test in the above condition for 4 mark. Name any one special compound formed from this amino acid and its formation for 3 marks. I forgot to mention that it is for 3 marks. So, one more thing you are supposed to notice that, and in this case, the probable diagnosis, we know that the diaper turning black, that means it might be a case of alkaptonuria. Okay, and sub question, we know that aromatic amino acid, phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. Discuss the metabolism involved means you are supposed to write in detail about the phenylalanine and tyrosine metabolism. First of all, you have to explain the formation of tyrosine from phenylalanine. Second, the catabolism of tyrosine. That is the meaning of metabolism of the amino acid involved. Probable diagnosis, I said it is alkaptonuria. And the clinical manifestations and laboratory test about the alkaptonuria, that we will be discussing in the coming slides. And name any one special compound formed from this amino acid and its formation. So it can be anything. You know that the compound which synthesized from tyrosines are catecholamines, that is dopamine, adrenaline and noradrenaline, then thyroid hormones and melanin. So out of these three, any one can be mentioned and you have to explain in detail about the synthesis of that particular compound. So I said this is the case of alkaptonuria, but even the same thing can be given as a other case like phenylketonuria case. In that time, they may be giving the symptoms as mousy body odor or a severe mental retardation, microcephaly, something. That is for phenylketonuria. Even for albinism, that is all over whitening of the hair, skin, etc. Then photophobia, so and so. So all these three cases can be given and the same questions can be repeated from for this kind of question. Okay, so whatever it is, let us have a brief revision on these questions or how to answer these questions. So the second part was explain the metabolism of the amino acid involved. For that, you have to explain in detail the metabolism of phenylalanine and tyrosine. First part, synthesis of tyrosine from phenylalanine. Second part, metabolic fate of tyrosine. So whatever it is, you should write a brief introduction for the phenylalanine and tyrosine. So phenylalanine, aromatic and essential. Tyrosine, aromatic amino acid but which is non-essential. You can appreciate the figure or structure of phenylalanine, an additional hydroxyl group here that gives the structure of tyrosine. So tyrosine is alpha amino, beta phenyl, para hydroxy propionic acid. Then both are glucogenic and ketogenic. Phenylalanine can be converted into tyrosine. So first part, the synthesis of tyrosine from phenylalanine. So we know that which is the rate limiting enzyme of this step, that is phenylalanine hydroxylase. Phenylalanine undergoing a hydroxylation reaction in presence of phenylalanine hydroxylase in presence of molecular oxygen and tetrahydrobiopterin as coenzyme and gets the product as tyrosine. This tetrahydrobiopterin will be reduced to dihydrobiopterin, which will be resynthesized with the help of another enzyme, dihydrobiopterin reductase. And this is a very important step if there is deficiency of this enzyme, which leads to one of the main inborn error of metabolism, that is phenylketonuria. In the second phase, we have to explain the catabolism of tyrosine. So first step we have already been explained. Second, tyrosine undergoing transamination by tyrosine transaminase to form para-hydroxyphenyl pyruvic acid. PLP is a coenzyme. Alpha ketoglutarate accepts a amino group from the tyrosine. Then PHPP undergoing again an oxidation by PHPP hydroxylase to form dihydroxyphenyl acetic acid, which is also known as homogeneous acid. One more hydroxylase group is added to PHPP. With the presence of molecular oxygen, carbon dioxide will be eliminated. Then this homogeneous acid, till that it is a ring structure. Here what will happen, another oxidation occur in presence of molecular oxygen by homogeneous acid oxidase. The ring will get open, cleavage occur and it forms a straight chain structure as mallyl acetoacetate. Further, an isomerase enzyme convert mallyl acetoacetate to fumaryl acetoacetate. Then fumaryl acetoacetate hydrolase divide or break down this fumaryl acetoacetate into acetoacetate and fumarate. This is overall catabolism of tyrosine. Now another part in the essay was mention the biologically important compounds. So these are catecholamines like dopamine, norepinephrine and epinephrine. Then thyroid hormones, that is T3 and T4. Then melanin, pigment. These are the biologically important compounds synthesized from tyrosine. So you can explain any of the compound, depends on, sometimes they may ask you to explain any two compounds, sometimes they may ask you to explain any one compound synthesis. So the first one, melanin synthesis. Melanin, we know that, which is synthesized under the epidermal layer of the skin. Okay, so for the melanin synthesis, only one enzyme is involved, that is tyrosinase enzyme, which catalyzes step 1 and step 2 reaction. So step 1, tyrosine undergoing oxidation to form dihydroxyphenylalanine, that is DOPA, by tyrosinase enzyme. One more, hydroxylation in the tyrosine. Then DOPA undergoing one more oxidation by the same tyrosinase enzyme to form dopaquinone, then subsequent intermediates like indolquinone, etc. and finally melanin is synthesized. So if there is no melanin protection occurs properly due to any defect of this amino acid metabolism, that is due to the lack of tyrosinase enzyme, it may lead to the inborn error of disease as albinism mainly. Albinism, we know that it is a absence of melanocyte, or due to absence of tyrosinase, melanocyte does not produce all over the body, that is albinism. And it can even lead to leukoderma, then melanoma, graying of hair, etc. Then this is all about melanin synthesis. Second, synthesis of thyroid hormone. Thyroid hormones, we know that tyrosine residue which is present in the thyroglobulin. Thyroglobulin is a protein which is present in the thyroid gland, which is responsible for synthesis of thyroid hormone, which undergoing iodination. So tyrosine undergoing iodination to form like initially monoiodotyrosine, and if 2 iodine is added, that is diiodotyrosine. Mono plus di, which gives triiodothyronine, that is T3, and 2 diiodotyrosine combines to form thyroxine. This is about the synthesis of thyroid hormone. Then the third one, synthesis of catecholamines. I have given the heading as metabolism of catecholamines because synthesis and catabolism explained in these two pathways. So here tyrosine, here also an oxidation reaction, but the enzyme is tyrosine hydroxylase. This reaction is almost similar to a phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme. So tyrosine undergoing oxidation in presence of tyrosine hydroxylase to form DOPA. Remember, this occurs in adrenal cortex, adrenal medulla, etc. Okay, so this DOPA undergoing decarboxylation to form dopamine, Then further hydroxylation of dopamine, which gives noradrenaline in presence of vitamin C. So dopamine is the first catecholamine synthesized, and second noradrenaline. Noradrenaline undergoing a transmethylation reaction in presence of S-adenosyl methionine by N-methyl transferase enzyme to form adrenaline. So all three catecholamines are produced. Now regarding the catabolism of these catecholamines, this adrenaline again undergoing transamination in presence of SAM, that is S-adenosyl methionine, and the enzyme is catechol O-methyl transferase to form metaepinephrine. Metaepinephrine in presence of monoamine oxidase finally converted into vanillyl mandelic acid. We know that VMA, the level is very much high in pheochromocytoma, which is a adrenal tumor where the oversynthesis of catecholamines and over excretion of VMA occurs through the urine sample of patients with a pheochromocytoma and also in neuroblastoma. Now, regarding the disorders associated with this phenylalanine tyrosine, we have seen that so many disorders like phenylketonuria, albinism, alkaptonuria, hyperthyroxinemias, etc. Among this, phenylketonuria is very important because this is inborn error of metabolism having maximum mental retardation. This occurs due to deficiency of phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme. So that what will happen? The conversion of phenylalanine to tyrosine does not occur and accumulation of phenylalanine occurs. This phenylalanine enter into alternative pathways and the excretion of keto derivatives of phenylalanine occurs. That is the disease phenylketonuria. So the biochemical abnormalities regarding this phenylketonuria, there will be accumulation of phenylalanine. The level of phenylalanine blood will be very much increased, and there it leads to deficiency of tyrosine. So that what will happen? All the biologically important compound which synthesized from tyrosine will be synthesized either less or nil. Then the accumulated phenylalanine enter into alternative pathways. Here you can see phenylalanine which undergoing transamination to form phenyl pyruvate by transaminase enzyme. Then this phenyl pyruvate either it enter into reduction to form phenyl lactate or it undergoing decarboxylation to form phenyl acetate. This phenyl acetate can conjugate with the glutamine to form phenyl acetyl glutamine. So these keto derivatives phenyl pyruvate, phenyl lactate, phenyl acetate can be excreted through the urine. That is why the disease name is given as phenylketonuria. Now the clinical signs are there will be severe mental retardation with an IQ of say 50 or less than 50. Usually the baby may normal at birth, but there will be complication as the baby grows. So delay in developmental milestones, microcephaly, progressive impairment of cerebral function, hyperactivity, agitation, tremors, etc. occurs because phenylalanine interfere with the neurotransmitter synthesis. Then there will be a specific smell for phenylketonuria patients, that is mousy or musty odor of skin, hair and urine sample because of the presence of phenyl acetate accumulation and the excretion of this phenyl acetate through the secretions which gets a specific smell as mousy or musty odor of skin or any samples. Then hypopigmentation due to defective melanin synthesis. Hand eczema also may be there. Then the diagnosis of phenylketonuria, there are mainly three tests: ferric chloride test, Guthrie test and the estimation of level of phenylalanine in blood. Ferric chloride test is a simple test, urine sample of PKU treated with a drop of ferric chloride which gets a transient blue-green color, that is shows a positive for ferric chloride test, but it is not a specific test because ferric chloride can give color change with other inborn error of metabolism patient urine sample also. Confirmatory test can be Guthrie test and the estimation of phenylalanine in blood. Guthrie test is a microbiological test invented by Robert Guthrie, that is why the name is given as Guthrie test. Here we have to grow the patient blood sample in a culture medium which contains Culture media which contains patient blood sample and allowed to grow the bacteria Bacillus subtilis. This Bacillus subtilis needs phenylalanine as growth factor. If growth occurs or enormous growth occurs, that means the patient may have phenylketonuria. Bacterial growth is proportional to the phenylalanine content in blood. And normal level of phenylalanine blood is 1 mg per deciliter. In PKU, it may exceeds greater than 20 mg per deciliter. And the fourth test is neonatal screening. DNA probes to diagnose the enzyme defect in utero itself so that the appropriate decision can take to avoid birth of such kind of baby. And the treatment is diet restriction, specifically low phenylalanine diet. This is all about phenylketonuria. Now, the another inborn of metabolism. This was the answer for the clinical case question. Alkaptonuria is due to the deficiency of homogenesic acid oxidase, where the enzyme which helps to convert homogenesic acid to mallyl acetoacetate. So, there will be accumulation of homogenesic acid in body fluids. The excess level will be excreted through the urine. It actually a mild condition. Patient does not have much complication. They can have a normal life other than a few symptoms like blackening of urine on standing. If the baby is excreting urine, if they wear the diaper, what will happen? Due to a certain chemical reaction on exposure to air, this homogenesic acid which present in the urine sample which exposed to air and forms a specific compound alkaptone bodies. That is why which turns to black in color. Okay, that is like homogenesic acid exposed to air. Initially it formed benzoquinone derivative, then finally alkaptone bodies. The tests for alkaptonuria are ferric chloride test which will be positive, then Benedict test will be triple positive. High positive because homogenesic acid is a reducing substances. Then symptoms like ochronosis. Ochronosis is nothing, it is deposition of these alkaptone bodies in intervertebral disc, cartilages, joint cavities, etc. That gets a specific symptom as ochronosis. No specific treatment needed. Low protein intake with less phenylalanine content. And the last one, albinism. Albinism due to deficiency of tyrosinase, complete absence of tyrosinase in the body, defective synthesis of melanin. Symptoms can be ocular fundus hypopigmented, iris may be grey or red, rabbit eyes. Then photophobia, skin has low pigmentation, so it may be a patient may be sensitive to UV lights. And presence of nevi and melanomas. Hair is completely white. These are the symptoms of albinism. So the name the metabolic diseases associated. Another question was name the metabolic diseases associated with aromatic amino acids for 5 mark. So aromatic amino acid, you should note that aromatic amino acid, it can be phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan also. So you have to write all the disorder associated with the aromatic amino acid such as phenylketonuria, albinism, alkaptonuria, Hartnup disease, carcinoid tumor and hypertyrosinemias. Depends on the mark, you have to explain these diseases. Thank you all. Please go through.